Politics and the Occult, Part 2. In the last episode, we spoke about the circularization of the Zimbabwe bird, offering a few suggestions on what it could symbolize esoterically. What secrets does it keep? Most interpretations are vague. The bottom line is that nobody seems to know. People have bits and pieces of ideas of what it could be, of what the bird could represent, but it's almost always based on some Eurocentric point of view. Some information discovered on Great Zimbabwe was never released to the public, which makes it hard for us today to decipher what the bird stands for. Most historians and academics on the subject were prejudiced. They had an agenda to execute, concealing information to distort the history and build a narrative that suited the secret societies that they were working for. That's the information that's out there. It's from those types of people. So you can't really trust it. You can't trust it at all. The breakdowns that they give us of what the bird is always appear very simplistic. Stuff that's just so basic, especially to anyone that's prepared to use their higher mental faculties, they won't go for that. So in this episode, we are going to show a true meaning of the Zimbabwe bird. While some writers and scholars claim that the bird symbolized royal power or the totem of the royals, they keep talking about this totem. It's such a totemic symbol. It's a totemic animal. They keep saying that kind of stuff. But we reject those types of ideas that give the impression that Great Zimbabwe and its symbols were wholly unique to Zimbabwe. Because Great Zimbabwe was a collective of different sets of ancient knowledge appropriated from different ages, transforming into a belief that set a boundary between initiates and non-initiates to this knowledge. A lot of people don't realize that many people in Zimbabwe today are the descendants of Ham, the son of Noah in the scriptures. A lot of Africans are. So this means that they are also the descendants of the people of ancient Egypt, known as Kemet at the time. The Zimbabwe bird is actually the Kemetic sun god Ra, presented as an ancient Zimbabwe founding figure called Tovera. This became the origin story of the Zimbabwean elite, who believed that their ancestor Tovera was the sun personified and depicted in the chevron. The chevron, it is the equivalent of two V's or two ones, indicating man and spirit, or man with spirit guides or demons. It's going to be good, it's going to be bad. The polarities. So once you're dealing with the spirit world, it's going to be good, it's going to be bad. So this chevron here portrays the sun as well as the great serpent in the sky. So we see the sun as the great serpent in the sky when we're looking at the chevron. Two circles around it representing the serpent seed. So this symbol has appeared in different eras. It is never destroyed, and therefore it's acting as a stand-in for the Benu bird of Kemetic mythology, whose return is alluded to in the words of Nehanda when she says, "My bones will rise." They say those were her last words. That's according to the history. That's according to the white people that were present, that were doing the killing. You know, they're the ones that came and said, well, these were her last words, right? But those words, "my bones will rise," that is an allusion to the Benu bird, which represents the soul of Ra or Tovera. We said Ra is Tovera, and the Benu bird represents the soul of Ra. So that's the soul of Tovera. We immediately know that in our context here. So it's describing the rebirth of Tammuz or Horus, who is Munu Mutapa in the Karanga context. So when she's talking about my bones will rise, she's talking about the reincarnation of Mutapa, Munu Mutapa. That's what she's talking about. We see the bird here representing the memory of Nehanda and her contribution to elite power in the ancient kingdom. So here, the Zimbabwe bird is an integration of Horus and Isis fulfilled by the incestuous union of Prince Mutota and Nehanda Nyamita. This incest was performed to keep the blood pure, to keep the power in the family. So since the inception of this bird, since it was introduced into the psyche of the people, this archetypal figure depicts the genealogy that has always been in power in Zimbabwe. This lineage of power would have had to lie, manipulate, extort, and create entrapment systems to maintain a grip over the people. So they gave the people this symbol with everything that it stands for, and they attach it to themselves as the rulers over the people. So the people always feel like they have to bow down because this symbol is representing a lot of the stories or narratives that the people were given to make them submissive. In the next episode, we are going to go deeper into the rabbit hole. We will discuss the archetypal nature of the Zimbabwe bird and how it relates to the occult and the spirit world. In the meantime, please subscribe, and in the comment section below, please share your thoughts and what the Zimbabwe bird means to you. Peace.